The mid-size premium SUV segment is the hottest in the country right now. No other segment seems to be witnessing as much action. Existing players have been spruced up, there's a whole bunch of new launches happening, and MG Motor is keen on taking yet another bite into this lucrative pie. Now MG entered the country with the Hector, which is positioned in the very segment, but MG is now trying to take its second jab at the mid-size premium SUV segment with the all-new Astor. Now you might say that the Astor looks familiar. That's because it is essentially the updated version of the ZS EV that's been on sale in the country, but for India this is being positioned as an all-new product. And we are at the Budh International Circuit to tell you what it feels like to drive. So yes, this might be a familiar looking face, but the Astor gets a whole bunch of visual changes and updates that really make it look a lot more modern and certainly more premium than the ZS EV. MG has particularly focused on distinguishing the Astor's face, which means you get a very different looking grille that also looks more appealing thanks to its design and the chrome finish for its elements. The headlamps look more premium with their boomerang-inspired design for the DRLs and also the crystal elements underneath the projector beams. The bumper and fog lamp designs are more aggressive looking as well, and overall, the face does have a more premium vibe. The machined finish on the 17-inch alloy wheels adds to the SUV's stance too. The Astor looks more crossover than SUV from the sides though, given its overall height of just 1650 mm. The sides are also where the Astor looks very similar to the ZS EV, given the way the window line is angled sharply at the C-pillar besides the overall silhouette. The tail lamp design has been revised and the Astor even gets a set of 4 exhaust tips, and these elements certainly adds to its appeal as a premium urban SUV from the rear. And complementing all those exterior design changes is a full revamp for the interiors, because the interiors inside the Astor are a lot more premium and more luxurious looking than the ZS EV. But the bigger highlight, besides these revamped and more luxurious interiors, is this talking bot inside the cabin. The Astor is thus the first SUV in its segment to integrate artificial intelligence and includes this cute looking bot on top of the dashboard that you can converse with. You can ask it questions or information as the system is powered by Wikipedia. MG says that besides being an AI assistant, the bot can also help a person in curbing boredom, especially when driving alone, and even look emotive thanks to the animations on its screen. Coming back to the interiors, the Astor features a massive panoramic sunroof, besides which its insides boast an abundant use of soft touch leather, and you have 3 color options to choose from. Our test car was equipped with a rich looking shade of red, which added to the cabin's luxurious feel. And this feel is accentuated further by the soft touch plastics on the dash and also the brushed metal finish throughout the cabin. The instrument cluster is a 7-inch digital display, while the infotainment screen is a 10.1-inch touchscreen. MG Motor has partnered with Jio, and the Astor integrates an eSIM, which lets you access pre-bundled apps for music, navigation and more. What's more, you can even use the MG app on your smartphone to unlock the car and drive it, which means you don't have to keep the key fob with you at all times. In fact, the Astor is equipped with over 80 connected features, making it one of the most technologically advanced SUVs in its segment. So yes, to a lot of people, the artificial intelligence inside the Astor is certainly going to be a highlight, but the bigger highlight to me is the inclusion of ADAS, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, which is essentially a bouquet of radar-based safety features in the Astor. MG Motor offered us an opportunity to test out all the driver assist features, and besides adaptive cruise control, the Astor gets stuff like lane keep assist, lane departure warning and lane departure prevention. Now these functions work really well in letting you stay in your lane. The Astor also gets blind spot detection and lane change assist, which alerts you if there's another vehicle on the road in your blind spot. Another interesting feature on board is what MG calls rear cross traffic alert, which uses sensors at the back to let you know if there is a vehicle going across your path when you are reversing the SUV. MG will be offering the Astor with a choice of 2 engines, though both are petrol only, and MG is not launching the Astor with a diesel engine at all. One is a 1.5-litre naturally aspirated motor that offers 110 PS and 144 Nm and can be had with a 5-speed manual gearbox or a CVT. While the other is a 1.4-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that offers an impressive 140 PS and 220 Nm. The turbo petrol is on offer only with a 6-speed torque converter automatic and is the one we got to drive. The engine feels smooth and refined but gets slightly noisy at high revs. Performance is brisk but unhurried, and while acceleration is quick, the motor is also quick to convey that it is tuned to feel smooth and relaxed. The torque converter also impresses with its gear changes, but the Astor does not get paddle shifters, something I missed while driving the Astor enthusiastically. We only drove the Astor at the Budh International Circuit, and being a racetrack, it is layered with tarmac that is smooth and grippy. And this really allowed me to explore the limits of the Astor's dynamics. It feels confident at high speeds as we were able to hit over 160 km/h, where the Astor felt perfectly stable. The SUV's stability is also very impressive when braking hard from high speeds. Well, it also feels very composed around corners as body roll is well controlled and thus overall stability is very impressive. You can adjust the weighted feel of the steering wheel given that the Astor uses an electrically assisted system, and while that did help on track, I was left wanting for some more feedback from the steering. Now we are yet to drive the Astor on public roads or even spend good amounts of time with it. But given the little taste that I've got at the BIC today, I can tell you that initial impressions are really good. It's got lots of technology, lots of features, and of course, the radar-based driver assistance systems, artificial intelligence, and all of these things clearly give the Astor an edge over its competition. But like I mentioned at the start, this segment is the most hotly contested one at the moment, and it's got some really big names in it, which means the Astor has its task cut out. And in terms of pricing, I think MG will have to price it very competitively. My opinion is that MG will probably price it around 10 to 11 lakh rupees for the base version, go up to 16 to 18 lakh rupees for the fully loaded version. And at that price, I think the Astor will certainly be a very interesting proposition if you're looking for a mid-size premium SUV in the market currently.